What's what's going on, guys? Before you say it, I know I look amazing. Don't you listen? You over there hating on me because I'm luxurious anyway. Anyway, we're gonna talk about somebody that's the exact opposite. We're gonna talk about Blimpster, right? AKA loser, AKA I didn't get out my chair in about maybe I say 5 years. About 5 years, he's like that character from Doom. If you know, you know. There's a bunch of Star Wars characters that's kind of like him. You might have seen him in that movie. I forgot which one it was, but it definitely was the Ghostbusters, right? The giant muscular man who's floating through, possessed, walking through the streets, right? You might have also seen him in The Well. No, that was Brendan Fraser. Anyway, he's coming at TheQuartering, right? So let's talk about Tipster. Let's roast him a little bit. I could have swore that wasn't Tipster. So you telling me right now, hand on your chest, swearing, that's not Tipster right there? You telling me that's not him? You's a liar. I don't believe you. I know Tipster when I see him. Let's check out what he has to say about TheQuartering.
Talk about something with you guys today. This is something that I've been kind of holding on the back burner for a while now. I've been wanting to talk about it with you guys, but unfortunately I've been down for the past week with a cold, so I've kind of had to hold off on it until now. And even now I still kind of have the cold. I'm well enough to where
No, you didn't have a cold. All the food that you ate was cold. I'm talking cold cuts, ham, salami, right? Turkey, mostly ham. You put bacon on top of it, right? You asked them, and then you would fry pork chops and then put that in between that, and then deep fry the whole sandwich, right? That's what the type of time he was on. That's what.
Stream, but I'm not 100% just yet. But in any case, chat, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about a situation that kind of springboards off of this announcement that Shane Dawson and their husband are now parents. They had a couple of babies through the process of like a surrogate pregnancy.
I didn't even know Shane Dawson was still a thing. He's still putting stuff out. Like he really, I didn't know that. I know they got twin babies,
and they're now parents. Now,
whatever.
There are a lot of people who obviously have their opinions about whether or not Shane Dawson should be a parent based on some of the controversies they've had in the past. And I just want to say that, if you want to make the argument that they're not qualified to be a parent based off of,
we gotta speed him up. That's the first time you ever heard Tipster and speed up in the same sentence. Like he ain't never ran, like ever. Ran out of food in the freezing refrigerator. Maybe ran at the ice cream truck. I think he's a fan of ice cream and goth mommies. Right? Ran and slid into e-girls like DMs begging for her to pay attention to him.
Of their past and some of the really sussy things they have said and some of the really sussy jokes they've made in regards to minors, there's definitely an argument to be had here. But that's not the argument we're discussing today.
Shane did make some, damn, that's never going to ever just, I guess, leave people's memories. Anytime you bring up Shane Dawson, you're going to bring up every edgy joke he ever made. I was a person that didn't really care about the edgy jokes. What I cared more about when everybody was talking about him and canceling him, I wasn't trying to cancel nobody. But when he tried to literally cancel someone else in order to humble them, and I'm referencing James Charles, that's when I was like, okay, Shane, you're disgusted. Right? All that other stuff I don't really care about, man. Edgy jokes, whatever. That's comedy was like that back then.
We're going to be talking about a situation that, like I said, kind of springboarded off of this announcement in regards to the YouTuber known as TheQuartering. Now, one in the chat, if you guys know who Jeremy TheQuartering is, I'm willing to bet that most of you guys know who Jeremy TheQuartering is, but he kind of heard about this news and he decided to not only spread some misinformation about the situation, but make some really dog shit arguments about the process of surrogacy for childbirth, you know, for new parents and stuff like that.
Why is this
and this
important?
is something that like I'm somewhat familiar with myself. For those of you guys who don't know,
tell me if it's too fast, guys. Let me know if I spelled it up too fast.
You know, my wife has a disability. And so when we got married, one of the things we talked about a lot is if we would eventually decide to have kids, obviously
the fact that you keep putting your wife's personal information out there, then you gonna cry when someone talks about your wife. Your wife looked like you with a wig on. I'm just saying. The wife nickname is Butterball. I'm just saying. Your wife looked like a Teletubby. Listen, why do you keep bringing up your wife? Stop, man. There's a reason why you got me blocked on Twitter. Because you don't want your wife to look at me and be like, I got to do better. Just a comparison, right? She gonna see me looking all luxurious and whatnot. You ain't never had this on. You can't fit stuff like this unless it's custom made, which is okay. Look, that's on you. If that's what you feel comfortable with. Sister been trying to lose weight for 10 years is all I'm saying. How? What do? You don't do nothing.
We opted not to have kids. We decided, not to do that.
Nothing.
But when it was still kind of up in the air about whether or not we were going to have kids, one of the ideas that we tossed out there was, adoption as an option. And technically adoption is still an option if we really wanted to do that. But another option that we tossed out there was getting a surrogate to have the baby first, because with my wife's disability, childbearing would be very difficult for her. There's not even a guarantee if she would make it through the pregnancy, anything like that. Obviously, I don't want to risk my wife's life to have a child. Okay. But surrogacy was a potential option. And this is something we looked into a little bit. And ultimately, like I said, we decided we didn't want to have kids. So surrogacy is something I'm a little bit familiar with, but Jeremy from TheQuartering has some really odd takes about surrogacy. And so I wanted to talk about this, and I kind of wanted to give my thoughts on it and also debunk some of the claims that he makes. But before we even get to his weird takes on this, I want to talk about some misinformation that he spread in this tweet. And this is what got me into the situation in the first place. So Jeremy says this poor child is likely trying to latch onto his mother's breast for life-sustaining milk and instead gets a mouthful of gay man chest hair who bought the thing and likely thinks it feels weird.
Oh, damn. That's mad intense. What? I don't even know what's happening. I don't know. Why are they taking pictures like this in the first place, though? That's kind of weird to me. Okay, but never mind. All right, I guess they was in the hospital, right? I never understood why people feel so comfortable just putting their children out there like that. It's pretty insane. But whatever. I do think that was intense, though. I wouldn't have retweeted this. And if I did, it would be like one word, like, huh? Like something along those lines. I wouldn't be going too hard with it.
So Jeremy has this picture that's like censored of a baby's face. And he seems to be insinuating that Shane Dawson is trying to breastfeed this child. Okay. He also goes on to link in the reply, new video, a baby deserves a mother, a father. 2 gay men buying an egg, renting a womb and paying a laboratory to create a human life is an abomination. The child will never know its mother. I'm speaking to you, Shane Dawson and Dave Rubin. Watch and share. And we'll talk about the video a little bit later. But chat, the reason why I initially got into the situation is because this image and this caption that he's sharing here is an outright lie, chat. Now, what do I mean by that? Why
you got in it because you'll do any kind of content you can that's anti TheQuartering, right? You do anything that's anti-quartering and you'll go hard with it, right? And you're woke. So you'll push that woke agenda into your hardest content.
Why am I saying that this is a lie? Let me go ahead and show you. I have this tweet here that I posted. And I said, TheQuartering is literally out here blatantly lying to his audience of homophobic dipshits for outrage clicks. And keep in mind, there were so many people in the replies to TheQuartering's tweets or anybody talking about this that said such horrible homophobic shit. I can't show it on stream. I'd probably get banned if I did. But trust me on this. You can go.
Okay. He's going to direct people on where to go find it, though. Like, oh, it's so horrible. You need to go see this. Just go and look this up. It's awesome. Now I can use this for content. Oh, my bad. Did I say awesome? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, nasty.
Go ahead and look at these tweets for yourself. There was some really fucked up shit being said in these replies. Okay. So TheQuartering is literally out here blatantly lying to his audience of homophobic dipshits for outrage clicks. I don't know what's more embarrassing. Pissing in your basement, shitting your pants at a Walmart, or peddling this bullshit to your...
Fam, people will bring up that basement joint for the rest of existence. It's just, I guess it's something that woke people will use forever. Whatever.
Audience of brain dead chuds. Okay. So again, I showed his original tweet. which literally insinuates that Shane Dawson is trying to breastfeed this child. Okay. And then you look at this. This is Ellie the Bee on Twitter. Stop lying, Jeremy. He's just holding the baby like any dad. He shared this picture that had like a heart being used to edit this and used a caption to insinuate that Shane Dawson was doing something weird by like trying to breastfeed the kid. And that's not true. What he's likely doing is like skin to skin contact, which I don't know the science behind it, but apparently that's like good for the baby. It could be skin to skin contact.
The fact that they took the heart off so you could see the kid's face is crazy. Either way, I don't care what he was doing. I don't care at all. Like, why is this news?
With the mother or the father, it doesn't matter. It's like, it's good for the baby, right? And so like, that's likely what he's doing. He's not trying to breastfeed this fucking kid. Jeremy blatantly lied. Okay. So that's how I got involved in this situation. But then I started digging into it a little bit more to see what other statements that Jeremy had to say about this. And he just has the most bizarre take on surrogate pregnancies that I have ever heard in my fucking life. Okay. And I'm just going to...
That's crazy. How did this get into that? How did this get into this now? That's
preface
crazy.
It now. I'm just going to come out with what this is. This is homophobia. Okay. There's a lot of homophobia being communicated here, both through himself and his audience. And you'll see what I'm talking about as we go along. But anyway, let's continue.
There we go.
So we have Ellie the Bee here says the following. The babies are theirs. The gestational carrier has no relation. They didn't rip them from anyone. The babies will have two parents who want them. Also, you tried to pedo jacket them. Want to take the post down? To which Jeremy responds,
Tried to do what? Oh, that sounds crazy. This is mad unnecessary. And mind you, right, all of this can be avoided if you just keep your personal damn life off the internet. Why did this need to be posted? Why did you have to post pictures of your child, right? If that's your child, why are you posting pictures of this baby on the internet knowing that you're going to get criticism because you've been getting criticism for the last few years? Fam, I don't think he's been able to say anything without getting criticism, right? So you knew that. Why would you do that? Like, it's weird to me. I never understood that. That's what a real discussion should be, right? And then TheQuartering has more decency than you because he covered the face. He covered the child's face.
On it, so you admit the babies purchased and are viewed as property. You are proving my point. Checkmate, weirdo. So he's trying to insinuate that if you have a surrogate pregnancy, that you are buying children. Chat. That's what he's trying to insinuate. That if you have a surrogate pregnancy, you are buying a child, which is not what is happening here. Let's continue. Next up.
In some cases, people allegedly have. I don't know if that's very legal per se. I don't know any of the details on that, but I've heard of some people receiving. I've heard of allegedly some people receiving compensation for that. Right, I've heard of it, but that is not always the case for every situation. Right, I'm not going to pretend like it is.
We have Mudahar chiming in on this. By that logic, you should also tolerate it for gay couples that is biologically unable to have a child as well. Let me actually click on this so we can see what the original statement was. I'm 100% against surrogacy. I tolerate it for a husband and wife who are biologically unable to have a child. Okay, so then Mudahar right here, this is what Mudahar had to say. He responds with, a gay couple is not biologically unable to get pregnant any more than two rocks are biologically unable. Weird false equivalency. What does that even mean? I mean, it's true. Like let's say two gay men having sex together isn't going to conceive a child. It's not. So like typically, if a gay couple wants to start a family together and they want to have a kid, they'll either adopt the kid or they'll opt for a surrogacy. Right? That's what happens. So it's really ridiculous to me that he's making such a big deal about this. And let's be honest here, chat. If it was a cisgendered straight couple, like a cis
and the pandering is crazy. Like it's so clear. It's clear as day. This man is pandering his behind off right now. It's clear as day. Man, you want like Keffels or whoever to back you so badly, bro.
That couple, he would not give a fuck about them getting a surrogacy for one reason or another. He basically implied it there in the tweet that Mudahar was responding to, right? So why is it like an issue in this particular? It's I'll answer the question. It's because they're gay. That's why, chat. That's why it's an issue. It's because they're gay. Now, he then goes on because he got so much shit for these stupid fucking tweets. I have really enraged. Okay, this is where it gets really weird. I have really enraged the pro-child trafficking crowd today. Good. Chat. Jeremy.
Let me see what you guys are saying. He's just going to insinuate things. He was the edgelord in 2007, facts, but simply didn't age well. I don't think he's an actual, yeah. Me either. Let's see. Alpha, yeah. I don't think either. I don't think so either. Right? That's why when they just throw it out there, only people that I've seen throw that accusation out there are people that are woke or people that's trying to get them canceled.
For me, is trying to say
I haven't seen any
that
evidence.
having a child through surrogate childbirth is child trafficking. This is the statement of someone that clearly doesn't know not just how surrogate pregnancies work, but doesn't know how conception in general works. Okay, they clearly don't understand, and they're chiming in on something that they have no knowledge of whatsoever. Let's continue, because it just keeps going. It just keeps going and just keeps getting more insane. The only thing these weirdo child traffickers have is whataboutism. I said what I said. I was very clear, and because it literally short circuits their brains to think critically, they are filling up my replies with a million other situations. Seethe. So they're literally like coping. They're so mad that people don't agree with them that they're literally coping on the timeline. You are coping. They're telling people to cope and seethe, but they're the one that's coping.
I really, really hate his soundboard. Tipster has one of the worst soundboards I've ever heard in my life. Right? And he only has one because he himself is not entertaining on his own. He sucks. He sucks, man. He's trash. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed watching the video. Now, if you have some extra time, can you do me a favor? Check out my music. I rap, I sing, and I make beats. All of that should be linked in the description. Also, if you want to watch me live stream, you can check me out on bxbeastboy Live. That's another YouTube channel. It should be linked to my homepage. And you can check me out on Twitch and Rumble. I'm streaming on all these platforms, man. Trying to just get out there. Also, if you want to support me, you can sign up for my memberships on my channel, as well as my Patreon for as low as $1. You get exclusive access to a bunch of videos early before you even get it on YouTube, as well as videos that's not ever going to be on YouTube. Stuff that actually got me suspended and banned. It's kind of my anti-cancel culture fund for bxbeastboy. You know what I mean? And it also helps me get resources for certain video essays and things of that nature. Check that out if you're able to. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and join my Discord if you are able to, man. The link should be somewhere within my description or somewhere on my channel. I would really love to see you there, man. That's where you get a chance to talk to me and the rest of my supporters, man. I appreciate you guys. Bang, gang, out.